Jacobs, head golf professional, the Michael Jacobs Explosive Golf School. I'd like to welcome you to a video tip. It's the end of the day here. No one's on the golf course, so I was able to come out to our 6th hole here at the Rock Hill Country Club. It's one of the toughest approach shots on the golf course, and I have a 6-iron in my hands, and this shot causes a lot of problems for the really good player. Really good player, talking a 5 to 9 handicap, who suffers from what we would call below the plane syndrome. And I'm often asked a lot of questions on how I can help these golfers put that club on the right track so they can feel like they're putting some power back into the ball. What you need to understand is that when somebody starts off slicing the ball, let's say somebody starts off and they take up golf and they're hitting shots and they develop a slice. That's usually the first thing a golfer will do. They'll then learn to adjust the club face, and they'll then learn to swing a little bit more to the inside of the ball to help fix the slice, because as we know, the ball curves away from the path you swing on. So if I was going to hit towards the flag there and the path of my swing went across the ball to the left this way, the ball will curve away from that path. So a slicer learns then to swing more to the right, more to the inside of the ball, to get more of the opposite effect, to get the opposite curvature, which would create a draw. If you're somebody who's been slicing the ball, there's nothing more exciting than starting to hit a draw. But then golfers start to overdo it, and they don't understand basic ball flight laws on what's happening. And what is happening? Well, they're starting then to swing too much shallow or too much from the inside of the ball, and this club head starts taking more of like a 10 to 15 degree angle more to the inside of the ball instead of something that's only about a degree or so from the inside. So what happens? Well, the ball curves away from the path you swing on. So they're swinging more on a path that's in to out across the ball this way. The opposite of what they used to do when they sliced. So they're swinging across this way, and the ball is then curving to the left. And if somebody doesn't know the basic ball flight situation where the ball curves away from the path, if somebody hit a shot and this thing just dove to the left, they'd probably think, oh man, the ball's going to the left, I must be coming over it. They end up swinging even more from the inside. So what happens then is the club bottoms out way too early, can, number one, hit the ground first. That's a popular shot. But most good players are going to learn to avoid the ground and come in with a very level or upward blow into the ball. They'll hit a lot of thin, low line drive shots, or they're going to hit a lot of balls on the toe and hit this tremendous hook. So I came out to this hole because this would be a nightmare shot for a golfer like that, where there's some water to the left of the pin. So how can you correct this? How can I help you correct this? Well, you need to first start understanding that the ball curves away from the path you swing on. So if you start swinging on a path this way, the ball is going to curve to the left. So you need to start adjusting the path of your swing and the track of your swing to try to put this in the right direction. So if you're someone who has been chronically bottoming the club out early, you're going to need to understand that on the way down, that club is going to need to go more towards the ball line. So you're actually going to have more of a feeling where you're coming into contact straighter on, and then this club is going to go left around yourself. So what's helpful for someone who has been a below plane golfer is for them to swing to the right shoulder on the backswing, and then on the way through, keep the club under their left shoulder on this side. A scary thing for someone who's been drawing or hooking balls, but something that's important for you to get used to. Swinging over your right shoulder on the backswing, contact, and then keeping the club under your left shoulder on the way through will help us start to mend the path, because you have been accustomed to bringing that club in too shallow, where the club is too low and then coming in very high on this side, and that's what's creating the hook or the draw in the below plane syndrome. So by training yourself to go to right shoulder, contact, and then under your left shoulder on this side will help smooth out that path. A little tip for you, I hope you understand what the below plane syndrome means. If you have any questions, we'll take it from here. This is Michael Jacobs from the Michael Jacobs Explosive Golf School. Thank you.